So what's up, everybody? So just gonna go over some things real quick on the truck. So um, today's Sunday. So today was supposed to be a day that I was trying to look forward to, but apparently FedEx has other plans. So I was supposed to get my um, headers and stuff today because I've already got the exhaust actually mounted and installed, and it sounds really good. I was supposed to have the headers today. I was going to get them put on. Truck would be free flowing and sounding great over the weekend, but FedEx, I guess, said, you know what, fuck this guy. We're not going to give him his stuff when we're supposed to. We're going to give it to him on a day he's supposed to be at work. So my headers, I watched the tracking information religiously the past 2 days. Friday night I watched it, didn't really see anything, so I was like, all right. Saturday I watched it here and there, and then before I went to sleep last night, it was around midnight or so. And I was like, well, if I don't see anything by midnight or at least 1 o'clock, that means that I'm not getting them today. And sure enough, I woke up this morning and it said that they got there around 11 o'clock. So they're in Georgia now, but they didn't. They took their time getting here. So the headers will be here tomorrow. I'll try to put them in. I can probably go ahead and take the truck apart and have it ready, so that way when they show up, I can just slap them in and we'll be done. But I don't know yet, so we'll wait and see. But I have ordered some more stuff for the truck, and I have done some stuff to it. So yesterday I installed the fog lights and the two plugs for the fog lights, so they do work. They're all nice and pretty and white. But these fog lights don't fit very well at all, which is kind of disappointing. But you can see at the very, very top how it touches, and at the bottom is a big gap. So I don't know why the aftermarket cannot seem to make anything that fits right. I don't understand what's so hard about that. Like, it's not rocket science. Like, we're not reinventing the wheel here. You know, all you have to do is just 3D scan the light or get measurements off the OEM light. Like, it's not a very hard thing to do. Companies do it all the time. So I don't know. I also did sell the 22s that came on this truck when I bought it. So they're gone. I sold them about an hour ago. Or actually 2 hours ago. Something like that. The guy that bought them had a Silverado around the model year of my truck. It had to be a 03 and higher because it was a cat eye, but it was in a lot worse shape than my truck is. It was two-wheel drive, fairly base model looking. So whatever. He can do what he wants to do with them. I put him on Facebook for 600. He said, hey, if I got 500 and I bring him to you, would that work? I said, yeah. So he came and got him. I was like, all right, cool. So went and deposited that. But yeah. So the fog lights are done. The harnesses are done. I did forget to mention the other day that I installed the antenna. So I got a new antenna on there. And I promise you, this isn't what it always looks like. It's just really cold today. So I'm a grower, not a shower. So, but anyway, I also got the exhaust installed. I made a video about that, so that way if anybody's interested in buying it for their stock truck, they're not going to put headers and stuff like I'm going to do. You'll see what it sounds like. So, yeah. But that's installed. That's good to go. I replaced the passenger window regulator, so that's good. That goes up and down now. I did order a set of 4 door handles because I'm tired of the ones I have being broken. So it looks like shit. Luckily, I was able to find 4 that have the chrome handle itself. The actual base is black, and I guess they can be painted. I still need to figure out what this paint color is called because I see different paint colors, and there's different shades, and if you're not careful, you get the wrong shade, and it'll look goofy. But I can look it up with the paint code that's in the dash, so no big deal. But yeah, I bought all 4 of these. They're supposed to be here sometime this week, I think, or next week. I also bought new headlight brackets that hold the headlights and the clearance lights in because the ones on this truck are falling apart and breaking or broken. And I need my headlights to be mounted correctly. So with that being said, just waiting on those to get here. They are OEM. They are not aftermarket. I was going to buy aftermarket, but I have bought aftermarket before for that red Tahoe that's on my channel, and they broke within a couple months. They're very flimsy. I bought them from an LMC, and it was the driver's side that broke because it was the driver's side that I had replaced the first time, but I did both, and the driver's side broke pretty quickly. So I was like, okay, well, we're not doing that again. So I bought OEM ones for the Tahoe, but I didn't make a very good video of it because I tried to watch the video to get the part numbers and couldn't see anything. So I was like, all right, well, obviously I need to do better. So when they get here for this truck, I'll show them, but they are OEM, GM, genuine. A lot of the aftermarket ones are really flimsy plastic. They're really thin. The OEMs are really thick, so they won't have that problem. I did buy some cooler flush out or some cooling system flush out stuff to flush the cooling system out with. I have not done these yet. That's the surge tank. This is the sending unit. I bought this stuff for the surge tank. I've used this stuff in the past, and now they sell it in really big jugs, which is good. So I may not use both. I may just use one, but this is it. I've used it before and had pretty good luck with it. So then I bought the little flush out kit with it just to make it easier so that I can do the heater core and everything. But yeah, still got to buy a reflector for this. I need to go get the windshield replaced, which that'll probably happen in the next week or two. Probably. I don't know. Need to figure out what I want to do with the steering wheel, the dash bezel. Excuse me. I put the dash bezel on Facebook because it's in really good shape, so I know somebody will buy it. The steering wheel, probably not. I'll probably keep it just because. What else? Yeah, there's a lot of stuff I still need to do. There's still little odds and ends here and there. I need to figure out what I want to do about the sending unit because I need to fix it so that I know how much gas I have. Because right now I have no earthly idea. I mean, I probably am just going to just pump the tank out because I have a siphon pump that I could just stick in here and go to town with it and just drop the tank because this truck is not it's a Southern truck, so I'm pretty sure if I were to take the straps off or take them loose or whatever or unbolt them, they should probably come out with no issue. I would just have to get on the top of everything and undo all of that. But yeah, that's still got to be done because I was going to do it one of two ways. I was either going to take the tank out or I was going to just jack the bed up on the driver's side, unbolt all 4 bolts that mount it to the frame, jack it up really high on the driver's side, put a block of wood underneath it or whatever to keep it steady, and then work on it that way. But it's kind of dangerous. The bed is kind of heavy. It's about 400 pounds. So I would rather that not fall on top of me while I'm trying to work on it. So, yeah. Because I have people that can help me, but they've got lives that they deal with on the weekends, that they're off on the weekends, so I don't want to take up their time. Not that they wouldn't mind helping me, but like I said, so yeah, there's a lot that I've gotten done. I want to take the wiper arms off, and I want to paint them, but then I want to go get them powder coated. That way they'll last a lot longer. They don't have to be fancy. I would just get them repowder coated black, just so they match, or just so they look good. Because right now they're kind of faded. I was also thinking about putting lights on the front of the truck. So like I've got these 2 holes here. I've also got this hole here. I tossed around the idea of getting rid of the tow hooks, but you never know. I may have to pull somebody out one day, or they may have to pull me out one day. So I don't want to get rid of the tow hooks. But yeah, I definitely want to use these 2 holes at least. I'll see if I can find something online about that. Same thing with the grill. I want to replace the grill just because I think the tabs on both sides are broken, so it kind of flops around a little bit, which you can, well, yeah, so you kind of see, and then this stupid piece of shit is broken, so I'm going to buy those 2. Those are $50. The grill, I'm kind of deciding on what I want to do with the grill. I am going to keep the GMC logo just because it is paint matched, so I'll keep that definitely, even though it looks like some dumbass glued it on, so that's going to be a problem. So I guess I'm not keeping the GMC logo. I didn't realize it was glued on. That's the first time I've actually looked at it up close. But anyway, there's also I found the radiator shroud that goes up here underneath the hood that usually has the fan belt diagrams on it and stuff like that. Because my truck, for some reason, is missing that. I don't know why somebody took that off and said, fuck it, truck doesn't need it. I can't stand when that stuff is missing. It's always the small stuff. So, but also, I need to replace not this itself, but the little tab right here. I don't really know how to replace that, but I guess we'll figure it out. But it needs this too, because it's broken. So this just flops around and looks like ass, and I'm not a fan of that. I can't stand it. I don't know how this broke. So, yeah, I got to fix that. The truck does run kind of rough, but I think that's probably a spark plug issue. Hopefully that's what's wrong with it. So, I have spark plugs for it. I have the wires for it still, so I've still got to put those on, but I'm waiting for the headers to get here before I do that. And there's also like little things like the trim or the seals. Like you can see this one's tore to hell. This one's about to fall off. I need to replace all the rubber on this truck because I don't want it to leak and I don't want there to be any issues. So, yeah. And I still need to clean the underneath of it. I didn't clean it very well, but it definitely needs it. Like I want to get all the oil off of the engine. I want to get all the oil off of everything. I want to get all the mud off of everything. And I still need to figure out the clicking up front. I don't know what that is. I don't know if it's the U-joints, not U-joints. I don't know if it's the CV axles or if it's the front differential or if it's the transfer case, because I hear it like right here, but it sounds like it's these. But I think it's a differential or the front drive shaft. I don't know. I don't think the front drive shaft even turns while you're driving the truck, so there's no way that it's that. So I don't know. But I don't know. It's annoying, and you can hear it outside of the truck because I have people look at me, and I'm like, okay. I promise it's not that big of a piece of shit. I just don't know what that noise is. I highly doubt that it's the wheel bearings. That I don't think that they would click like that, and they didn't do that until I put the front drive shaft in. Whatever the noise is, didn't happen until I put the front drive shaft in and I put these CV axles in. So that leads me to believe that it's the front differential. But I don't know. But I'm going to buy new CV axles because supposedly you can use 2007 to 13/14 GMT 900 front CV axles, and they're also long enough to where you don't have to use the spacer that Rough Country gives you for the lift for the front differential. So I'm gonna buy a set of those. They're only about like $70 a piece, so off of Rock Auto. So I'm gonna buy some of those, and we'll see, because I really don't want to use those spacers. I'm not really a fan of them. So yeah, and I still have the bolts, I think, so that should be good. I didn't really throw anything away. So there's the neighborhood kitty cat. So, but yeah, that's pretty much it for right now. And like I used to be into really wanting to get everything paint matched, but I'm not really that way anymore. I want to do it myself, but I at the end of the day, I don't want to do it myself, if that makes sense. It's just a lot of time, and I don't want to pay somebody to do it. So, but yeah, once the next video you see will be hopefully of the long tubes being put on the truck, and then we'll go from there. So, but anyway, hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys in the next one. And I did say in the past, I do want to say this, I will have a full parts list of everything that's on the truck at one point. So just keep in mind to be ready for that. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you later.